Liars for Hire. Liars for Hire.
Hey everyone, my name's Aaron Hansen, killer of Chase's father. Here's a pause to let that joke land, and you're listening to Liars for Hire, the #1 podcast about a guy named Chase whose father I killed.
Glad he finally admitted it.
Really disappointed in all the pride that he took in it, like admittedly. You know, there's part of me that wanted him to be at least a little bit remorseful, but, you know, at the same time, I guess I can't really ask that much of a murderer. But you know, he said it. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Liars for Hire, episode 3, the third one, which is what 3 means, and we're all very excited about it. I know Jackson's excited.
I'm
right?
really excited. Yeah, I'm glad we got Aaron Hansen in the studio. You can not talk for the rest of the thing. We got it from here.
Yeah, no, Aaron. Yeah, he's nodding at us.
Yeah.
So Aaron's
Cool.
Aaron's here. It's really exciting. We're not gonna say featuring Ego Raptor because we don't want to, give him that shout out because we figure if he's gonna get big, he's got to do it on his own sort of on his own laurels and not ours. So, but yeah, no, just know that this is featuring Ego Raptor. He's sitting in the studio here with us. It's all very exciting. He's just gonna be listening the whole time. But yeah,
Wish he wasn't looking at me like that, but okay.
You know how Let's Players are, dude. Come on, they're
yeah.
They got them fucking, after you've been doing it for years, they've got them dead puppy dog eyes. It's genuinely so fucked up to see. But you know, he's only asking $17,000 of us for the full hour, which is like not that bad for Game Grumps money, I think.
That's not too bad. It's a little dip in Liars Club funding, but I don't think we need running water for the studio for the month, so we should be fine.
Oh no, that should be fine. Yeah, no, the indoor water park will have to run dry just this once, but you know, that's fine because it's kind of cold out, so you know, there's no real point. We don't have indoor heating because we had to cut that out after we got Pro Jared on the show, but you know, that's neither here nor there. That was on episode 37 of Gen 5.
Pokemon, whatever. I wish Pro Jared would leave our building, but it's fine.
He hasn't left. Still. He's actually, you know, like in Willy Wonka's fucking playhouse where he's got the Oompa Loompas all like shacked up in like little huts. He's kind of like shacked up in our water park, our indoor water park. We don't know exactly where he is, but he like every time we try to get him out of there, he like we've called the police several times, and like the Predator, he has straight up like murdered them. And now we have dead bodies floating in in the indoor water park. We still swim in it. Because, like, you know, how else are you going to get your exercise in during COVID? But, you know that relatable struggle, you know, at getting exercise in during COVID. But, yeah, no, I'm genuinely just kind of afraid of him. I think the only reason he hasn't killed us specifically and taken full control over the domain is because we keep the lights on. And, you know, either way, you know, getting the water out should be a good way to flush him out. Or at least maybe, you know, no, actually, now that I think about it, he has been storing his own pee, so...
Oh, right, and all these jars all over the office. Anyway, welcome back to episode 3 of Liars for Hire.
Yeah, now that we've established that canon, we can move on. Jackson, how you doing today, bucko?
I'm doing all right. I chilled out today. I fucking cleaned the apartment. I sat my happy little ass down, and now we're going to record this funny little episode, see what other shenanigans we can get into.
Yeah, we watched a movie today. We watched another movie yesterday. We're full of movie juice right now. So if we say something about Harry Potter being racist or about you know, then you'll know what movies we watched. But or we might, you know, just straight up get into them and say that we watched Imperium and Mortal Kombat. But
and just spoil them before we said what fucking movies we watched.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry for spoiling that Harry Potter becomes a racist in that movie. So fucking
you spoiled Mortal Kombat right off the bat, dude.
I'll bleep it. It doesn't matter. Whoever's
You're editing this one?
I don't fucking Robbie, please. I'm sorry, Robbie. Thank you, Robbie.
Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, no, Mortal Kombat and Imperium, which are weird movies to watch, like
back to back.
Yeah, not even back to back, just like in a day's length of time to watch. what you said, which is like people killing each other to racist Harry Potter.
Right. I think the whiplash or the tonal whiplash, like, because the two movies portray evil in two very different ways in that movie, which is spoilers probably for Mortal Kombat and Imperium 2016. But you know, in Mortal Kombat, it's very up and down. Fucking, we're gonna suck the soul out of you and rule the world. That sort of evil. And then in Imperium, it's like we hate the Jews.
We hate anybody who's darker than us.
Yeah, no, there's just a whole lot of hatred towards a whole lot of skin tones. One thing I feel like I talk so much, but fucking one thing that I was noticing about Imperium, and it was a good movie, but it focused a whole lot on the white people in racism and not on the people that they were being white at. During Imperium, the only time there are two conflicts that happen between the Nazis and the like people of color, or you know, just victims in general, because most of the time it's just them being in their compound and Daniel Radcliffe figuring out how to out racist them in a way that covers up the fact that he's an undercover cop. So it's interesting. The only time they ever like say like this is why it's a bad thing is when they're gonna poison like a water supply or something, or like set off a dirty bomb in DC, and it's not even they don't even say like, oh no, the victims of the specifically the minorities. It's just like, oh no, the water system, you know. So I mean, it's a cool movie. It's just, you know, it goes about saying what it's trying to say a little wrong.
Yeah, no, I think it was mainly because Imperium's focusing more on like the undercover aspect of like what is somebody going through when they're infiltrating something they're not a part of. I.e. Daniel Radcliffe's character Nate, whatever the fuck, becoming a skinhead and like rising up in the ranks of white supremacy in Virginia and shit like that.
Right.
And
makes sense.
For some reason, showing footage of the Boston Marathon bombing. Don't get that.
There was just a whole lot of like actual racist imagery shown on screen, as well as victims of dirty bombs, which was kind of cool. But yeah, no, there was just they had a whole lot of pictures of Nazi like swastikas and burning crosses and clan rallies and stuff like that, and they kind of just randomly flash it on screen sometimes.
Nightmare.
Yeah, no, good stuff.
Just but it was showing off Klansmen for no reason.
Yeah, it was a cool movie though. Imperium's a good movie, I think. It's a cool movie in the same way that like Captain America is a cool movie. I guess.
Yeah, which patriotism. Is to say, join the army.
Which is to say, because they both want you to enlist.
I don't think Imperium wants you to enlist. I think Imperium wants you to out racists and or like any domestic terrorism you see in your community.
So you said during it that you would take you would gladly take a metal bat to the back of a Nazi set at a rally in an instant.
Absolutely. I'd fucking punch a Nazi. I'd take a bat to the back of their skull. Shit like that.
What do you think the response is in the brain that like makes you want to enact violence on someone that deserves it? You know, like, because I think about this too. I have had the weird phantom feeling of like this one BB gun that I had when I was young. Because when I was young, my dad got me a BB gun, and I had to shoot birds that were nesting in the barn because they were like killing eggs. I never really thought about that, but that did check off the box of kill small animals.
Jesus.
They were pests, technically. They were like, God, I don't even know what they were, but they were shitting all over the floor and they were eating the chicken's eggs, and you know, so I had to. But I've been getting the feeling of like holding that and like clicking back the shit, the thing where the bullet goes in. And also like wielding a baseball bat, you know, the I don't know. These are all just like feelings that I've had, phantom feelings. It feels good to hold a baseball bat and swing it.
We've had a similar discussion where you've messaged me, or we were in a call, and you're like, "Have you ever gotten the feeling of like you wanted to put on Tim's and just smash something with your big old boots?"
Well, yeah, no, that was more. There's something. There was a. I don't. This is very telling about my character. Saying I love the idea of just being violent and destructive, but just the idea of like putting on Tim's and like smashing something like brittle and wooden, like my dad has this. Yeah, like my dad has this. And I would never smash this because my grandfather made it, and my grandfather is now sadly passed away. But he's got like a little diorama of like a shop front, like an old cowboy shop front with like a tiny little broom that's handmade and shit like that. And just the idea. It's not that because I don't want to smash that, but something like that where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put on some big fucking sturdy ass boots, and I'm gonna slam down. I'm gonna fucking curb stomp it. I want to hear it fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It just seems like it'd be tactically satisfying.
Cathartic.
It'd be cathartic, yeah. I don't know if cathartic is the right word, but it would be satisfying, definitely.
It's a form of catharsis. You like the feeling.
Yeah.
It's just like a release in some sense.
You're
it's
right.
releasing those chemicals in your brain when you do that.
Bro, why do I want to be violent so bad? Tell me, neurologist. Tell me, smart guy. You're not a neurologist.
Well, with COVID and the pandemic being stuck inside all fucking day, you want any sort of like release, and now it's like your brain is finding like certain like neurological pathways in order to find that release, and it's going into those deep memories of like, remember when you did this with your dad? Remember how it felt? Isn't that sick? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. It's awesome, bro.
Remember watching that video of a guy just smashing stuff with his boots? Don't you want to put on a big pair of boots and go like curb stomp something?
Well, there's also like there's also like depictions in media, obviously, violence, video games and shit like that. And there's one scene from what is it? Das Bastards or whatever, Inglourious Bastards, where there's a bunch of Nazi, like the party of Nazi hunters are like with like they're like with a Nazi general, and they're all like ganging up around him. And, one of them's like, he pokes out a medal and he's like, get that for killing Jews? And he's like, no, bravery. And then he just gets fucking his head smashed in with a baseball bat. And then everybody's like parading around like, fuck yeah, nice. And it's like, this like scene that they were playing all seriously turns into a comedy scene, and it's fucking awesome. And, I would adore, and this is gonna put me on a watch list, or like I'm gonna become an example of like, see, the violent people are on both sides. Well, the difference is that I don't go out and start actually killing people. So I would say the violent people are mostly on one side. But I would love to beat the head in of a Nazi.
Yeah.
And if you think that's a controversial statement, that's weird. Not you, Jackson. I know you wouldn't, but
If you think that's a controversial statement and don't agree with it, we don't want you here. Goodbye.
If you're like, well, we can come to a peaceful negotiation about this.
Fuck you.
I don't think we can, brother. Like I can respect the fact that you wanna be happy and sing Kumbaya, and at one point in time I might have agreed with you, but I think at this point we're kind of beyond that. Watch Imperium, you'll get left pilled.
Yeah, watch Imperium, you get left pilled. If you're a centrist, you're just enabling the issue. That's all I gotta say.
It's true. Empty hands or idle hands make for devil's tools or whatever.
Makes for
what they say.
Devil's fucking fun toy. I don't know.
Makes for devil gruel.
The opening with Imperium fucked with me because it's like the film's supposed to be like, listen, domestic terrorism in the U.S. is white. Don't forget it. But the opening scene is the I forget how old the guy is. I feel like he's like early 20s or whatever. 20s, like college, like stereotypical college age person. In America, like, oh, my parents from our village was like bombarded because there was like rumors that a terrorist was living in our village in Africa. The U.S. came in, bombed our village.
Somalia.
Fucking murdered most of my family except for like my parents. And my parents came over to America with me to try to give me a better life. And while you continue to kill my people and belittle my people, my parents sit on their ass eating McDonald's. So I want to do something so no one has to suffer the way I did. But like, they set him up to do that.
Yeah, no, and that's like the whole bit is like he realized that they set him up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which isn't even like the point of the movie. It tackles an entirely separate issue. Well, maybe not entirely separate in all, you know, rhetorical senses, but it's definitely like not what the movie is about strictly. It's not about how people, you know, are made to suffer in the United States despite, you know, the fact that they're promised better lives, but, you know, they also make a big deal out of that, and then they get persecuted for a gigantic honeypot. You know, he wasn't going to do anything until a U.S. agent fucking said, hey, we're going to fucking, are you ready to die to Allah or for Allah? And then, you know.
Are you ready for jihad?
Yeah, that's the one. Are you ready for jihad? You know, fucking, I don't know. It's just like a whole setup, and at the end of the movie, I think they kind of, no, it wasn't a similar situation because Daniel Radcliffe didn't supply anything for the bombs except for like one little piece. So
he didn't supply anything. He enabled them and gave them a reason because he left, and like he had that sit down with like the head dude of the movement, like the non-political one, quote unquote,
right,
where he was like, oh no, I'm gonna go expand my business into the West Coast, I'm gonna be gone for a couple months, da 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 da. And they go inside and then they have this talk, and he fucking plays it up. He doesn't get into his character of like, yeah, I'm a skinhead. He's Nate. He's Nate, the FBI agent. He's sick of everything. He's sick of the way the system works. He breaks in that one moment, and they were able to relate to one another, and it led to them building a fucking bomb out of like ammonia sulfate or whatever the fuck they got to put in the barrels.
Yeah, nitrous sulfate, I think.
Nitrous sulfate, ammonia sulfate, or whatever the fuck. They're like, yeah, no, we're gonna go ahead and build these bombs today. Actually,
right. Yeah, no, it was a very interesting. It was also like beyond the fact that it was like a movie about infiltrating skinheads and stuff like that. It was also a very interesting character movie, following this character, this guy of Nate, who's, you know, he was a regular person. He's like above average intelligence, and I would say he's very, very smart. He has a high IQ, you know, but like that didn't make him not a Nazi. What made him not a Nazi was his upbringing, I guess. And the way they showed that was they had another high IQ guy come in, and that's the guy who was building the bomb, the non-political guy. Yeah, no, it was very interesting to see how they went about what they did.
Yeah, and like the whole reason, I forget the name of the woman who like became his boss essentially in the case, where she was like, "Oh, you remember Oklahoma?" And he's like, "I was 5." And she's like, "You're from there. Your parents remember." And then pulled out the Oklahoma City Bombers like fucking book, and just like, "Hey, read this. Like, figure this shit out."
Yeah, no, yeah. I think at the beginning of the movie, I asked Jackson completely, you know, because he's an anthropologist, in which if the two of us were not anthropologists, I would not have asked him this question. But I said, "You ever read Mein Kampf?" And he said no. And
no.
Yeah, no. I wonder, it makes me wonder about, like, how helpful or productive is it to read into what the opposition writes in terms of theory? Because it makes me think, like, Taika Waititi, he for Easter Bunny or whatever the fucking movie was called, Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit, yeah.
Yeah, for Jojo Rabbit, he did not read up anything. He didn't study about Hitler or anything. He didn't like read up on him or learn about his mannerisms or anything. He cause specifically to revolt against him. And I or not to revolt against him, but like to disrespect him or, you know, naturally. But you know, I wonder how much of that was academic morals and how much of that was artistic sort of statement, you know?
From what I remember reading about his interviews is that he didn't read up or do what he did was he confided in some people who knew, because like Hitler didn't smoke ever, and like there's multiple scenes where as he's portraying Hitler, he's like taking fat fucking drags of cigars and cigarettes and shit, and like eating excessive amount of meat and doing shit like completely opposite of what the actual Adolf would do, because he's like, yeah, in the mind of Jojo, like, this is what he thinks Adolf is, and it's not actually who he is at all. It's just this like fucking fantasy version of his hero, quote unquote.
Right. Yeah. My core sort of thought process is like, is there even a point to reading, you know, Mein Kampf or Imperium or any of these like extremist right wing books? as a scholar, you know, because I feel like I'm smart enough to not fucking fall for it. I just wonder how much I would actually learn from indulging in that particular drivel of literature, you know.
I feel like you would learn a lot, actually, and like this is not just because of what we study and what we do. I think it's more along the lines of like you will learn something. You, as opposed to being like I'm completely ignorant to the opposition or like to someone that has a totally like unaligned thought process as me. If I'm going through and I'm reading their literature, and I'm researching, and I'm actually divulging into what they have put out to give out to others that are like-minded, I'm going to pull something from it. I'm going to understand how they think and why they think in the first place. Like, I refuse to read Mein Kampf, which is like it's a place of bias, of course, because like, fuck it. I'm not going to read a book that belittles my people. Right. But again, I should read it at some point to see where he was coming from, because didn't he write it in prison or something?
Mein Kampf? I don't know. I do not know.
I'm going to look that up.
I'm pretty sure it's the thing is, you know, I should probably start with theory from my own side before I start delving into the extreme part of the other end of the pool, because like I've been meaning to read Das Kapital. You know, I haven't gotten to that. I haven't read the Communist Manifesto. I just barely read Death of the Author, which is like hardly cursory shit. Not an actual book, by the way. Death of the Author. It's actually an essay written in a larger sort of collection of essays by Roland Barthes. Yeah, no. So yeah, I should probably start with it would make more sense to start with the theory of the left rather than the theory of the right. I imagine we've probably alienated some portion of our audience, and for that I apologize. There was one thing that there was an off-ramp that I saw like 10 miles back from this particular conversation, and we completely was just like zoomed right next to it. And then
here, I'll give you one. He did write it in prison for political crimes. We also watched Mortal Kombat to fucking tonally change. Hey, video game movies are good again. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, finally. I feel like there was like a brief period of time in the 80s where they were good, and now they're good again in 2020s. You know, Sonic movie was good. Pikachu was good. Fucking this is going to be good. Or this was good. Maybe the Mario movie is going to be good. Who's to say?
Mario movie?
Yeah. Illumination is working on a Mario movie, which is exciting.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, they have been for a while.
I thought, didn't they just get greenlit to, I don't know if it's Illumination or if it's Sony Animation Studios or whatever the fuck. One of them got greenlit to continue the Popeye animation where they did like that test reel forever ago. And
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, no, they're like good to go. They're like, yeah, no, produce it. Fuck it.
Cool. Hey, that seems pretty interesting to me. I have not been following movies lately. Like, I haven't been following recent releases, so much so that I only realized halfway into watching Imperium today that the Oscars were happening tonight. And I completely
fuck those, dude.
Ever since The Lighthouse got so mega snubbed, I just stopped paying attention to the Oscars. Let's look up Oscars 2021. See
because I'm talking about NFTs again. Did you see the NFT bullshit they're doing at the Oscars?
I saw the Chadwick Boseman one.
Yeah, so that's the one they're doing. Please let that poor man rest. The guy who made it for the Oscars ripped it from like a free model resource, or like he paid $50 for the head and then it is now selling it, like just put a gold texture on it and is selling it as an NFT. And I think the last time I checked the bidding on it, because it made me so mad, it was like $1.2 million.
I haven't heard of any of these movies. The Father, Sound of Metal, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, Minari, Judas and the Black Messiah, The Trial of the Chicago 7, One Night in Miami, Sound of Metal again, Judas and the Black. I have not heard of any of these.
Trial of the Chicago 7's on Netflix, really good. Sound of Metal, Amazon movie, really good. Judas and the Black Messiah, HBO Max thing, all those movies, super fucking cool. Yeah, I haven't heard the rest of those goddamn films.
I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad again. I don't want to think about the Oscars. I took it personally when The Lighthouse didn't even get fucking nominated for best film. It was genuinely it was a career best for Willem Dafoe, and one of the most. I've seen that movie. I think more than that is like in the top 5 movies that I've seen more times than any other movie. Number 1 is currently. Can you guess? Guess what my number 1 top movie is? It's fucking lame as shit.
That you keep watching?
That I've watched the most amount of times.
I don't fucking know, honestly.
I'll give you a hint. It's technically a comic book movie.
Technically a comic book movie?
Yeah.
That could be a lot of stuff, dude.
It's Michael Cera.
Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
That's okay. I now understand what you mean by like technically a comic book movie. It's loosely based on the fucking comic book.
Right, yeah, that's why I said technically. I've seen that more times than I've seen that like 20 times. I've seen that 20 times. I've seen Mad Max Fury Road a bunch of times. I think that's currently my favorite movie. And then I think third place is either Napoleon Dynamite or actually, you know what? Sky High. Now that I just realized the Disney movie Sky High, because my mom had it on her iPod, and I would, as a child, I would very frequently become an introvert, and I would just be like, "Mama, can I have an iPod?" And then I would watch that or School of Rock. Which is that's Mama, I have an iPod is the late millennial version of give me an iPad, please.
Give me iPad, sticky fingers.
Please give it. Fucking hang on. Speaking of sticky, goddamn Aaron, no, you can't have the fucking iPad, dude.
Ew.
Wash
your hands.
Do you wash your hands? No. Okay, go wash your hands.
Go. God, I forgot he was just sitting there.
He's been eating my Jolly Ranchers, dude.
He has.
He's in like.
Take the headphones off if you're gonna go wash your hands in the bathroom, please.
Oh God, he fucking pulled his microphone out.
Whatever.
Who cares? Whatever. But no, he's been eating my Jolly Ranchers. He's stuck. Okay, so for those who don't know, in our guest room, the green room, I guess it would be more accurate. We have a bowl of Jolly Ranchers, and what he did, it's the most insane thing I've ever seen. He carefully unwrapped each Jolly Rancher and put them back in the bowl, and then he licked his hand and he grabbed it like popcorn and put it all in his mouth. We're gonna have to edit that out. But he was sucking on that. He was drooling. There's like multicolor spit all over the table.
Rainbow spit.
I don't think it's because he's insane. I think it's just because he's upset that we got him, and now he was just sitting there. But he's going to wash himself off. We won't announce when he comes back into the room. But
we can't afford to have him talk more. Like what we spent now for him to like even intro this shit.
$17,000 was for the hour. He pays by the sentence, not by the word, by the sentence. About $1,700. So I guess the expectation is that he's gonna speak, once every 6 minutes, 10 sentences for the full $17,000. I don't know what the deal is. He's I don't know, dude. Let's Players are weird.
Let's Players are weird. I wish God, I'm glad I'm not a Let's Player.
Yeah, no, because I think Let's Playing implies finishing the video game, which we just don't do. We just do not do that.
Never finished a game in our life.
You know what I have finished, though? I have finished talking about movies. We didn't even talk about the Mortal Kombat. We talked about the Mortal Kombat movie a little bit, and then I think I talked about Imperium more, and then I talked about the Oscars, and we didn't even talk about Mortal Kombat movie. But
cool. They added the top favorite Mortal Kombat characters from the A cast and the B cast. Congratulations. Go watch the Mortal Kombat movie in any shape or form.
Yeah, no. The thing is that there's not a whole lot to talk about other than that. It's just a fun movie to watch. We watched it with a whole bunch of friends, and it was a very fun experience.
Yeah, that's that is definitely like a movie to watch with a group, or I'm gonna probably watch it on my own again just to like pick up on some stuff I think I missed.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like fucking Kano picking up the Demiguru or whatever the fuck the amulet is, and I'm like, oh, I care about this because I'm a fucking freak about fighting game lore.
Bro, you care about the lore so much. I picked up Street Fighter V last night, and I beat Twilight a couple times because we were both just starting out, and it was neato. Yeah, it was neato. She and I are on approximately the same level. Can you guess which character I main? Guess.
Dan?
No.
Not Dan?
No, one more guess.
One more guess for the character. Oh, G.
Yeah. No, Cody.
You picked Cody?
Yeah, I like his little Santa suit.
Oh, wait. Are you the mayor, right? The blonde hair mayor.
Yeah, the prison outfit guy. Yeah.
Okay. I play Cody, so that's good to know. So when I teach you Street Fighter, I could just be like, all right, pick Cody.
I wanted to pick G because he seems like a meme guy, and I think his fucking walk is the funniest thing in the world. But then I thought, it's too on the nose. That's too much of a joke. The next funniest character to me is the guy who fights in a prison outfit and then became Santa, which that is really funny to me.
Canonically went to prison for killing people, and then once he's out of prison, he becomes mayor.
I wish I could do that. Kill people and then become the mayor.
Become the mayor? That's what cops do. Anyway.
Fuck. That's a good point. I'm going to order the fuck out of some food. You're not going to hear me do it, but in approximately 12 minutes, I'm going to order the fuck out of some food. And then by the time food, I don't know, maybe a burger or maybe some spaghetti. No, not spaghetti.
You already ate spaghetti.
So I really like spaghetti, dude. Spaghetti's so fucking good.
How many days in a row have you had spaghetti?
Oh, don't ask me that question.
How many days in a row have you eaten spaghetti, Chase?
Like at least 4.
No, open up your Uber Eats and look at your receipts. How many days in a row have you eaten spaghetti? How many days in a row have you eaten spaghetti?
Fine. 1, 2, 3. Hang on, load more. 4, 5. Does it count twice if I get 2 spaghettis in one day?
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. 10.
No. Yeah, no. Don't tell me anymore. You're done. It's a double-digit number. No more spaghetti for the week.
I love spaghetti.
No.
It's so good.
Today is Monday. Next Monday you can get spaghetti.
Oh, fuck you.
No, fuck me. You're over here like, man, I feel bad. I want to lose weight and do this. Like, I feel like shit. Stop eating spaghetti for every fucking meal.
But it tastes so good is the problem.
Stop eating spaghetti for every fucking meal.
You need to eat any meals. You know what? Why don't you eat half the meals that I eat? Then we'll split the difference.
I ate a meal today. And you know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to eat another meal.
Oh, so fucking brave. Eating 2 whole meals in a single day. You're seriously on the up and up of mental health, it seems.
Oh, don't be a cunt.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Hey, so what's up with the schedule change? Like, what's this?
You have school, and it's hard to record on top of our individual streaming schedules. You getting back into school, me doing side jobs for money and shit like that.
That is true. Yeah. So there's just a whole lot of betweens right now. I currently have streaming, which is my main source of income, school, which is taking a day out of the week. Then I have prior obligations. For example, I worked out a deal with Penny where she's giving me she's like paying me for the days that we record. So I can stand to take days out of my streaming schedule to record with Penny because we just started another Let's Play series on her channel, Snapcube 2, which is Resident Evil 7. So that's fine. But between everything that I have going on, Danganronpa, all that stuff, I have, let's see, so Danganronpa 1 day off, not talking 1 day off, so I don't get kicked out of my apartment. School 1 day off. Editing, there's probably going to be another day off. That's 4 days out of the 7-day week that I can't stream. So, well, that's not even, I won't say editing. I'll take editing out of that equation. But, even still, if that's 3 days out of the week, that's, only 4 days that I could be streaming where before I had 7 days to do all this shit. And now I don't. So, there you go. Same goes for Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, I have my normal schedule days, but, like, now I'm doing shit with Dev, Danganronpa.
Right.
Trying to incorporate another day. I want to stream on Fridays and or Sundays just because I want to be consistent because it's long term. I want to be partner at some point, and like I hit the days and the hours you need for the partnership. It's just the fucking viewership, and I want to be consistent and like
yeah, that makes sense.
It's always teetering between because it's like, oh, it's 75 average in order to apply. I'm always teetering between 60 and 65. And I'm like, shit, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, yeah, it is tough to hit partner. I think they became a little bit more lax during quarantine because ever since quarantine, like 6 of my friends have gotten partner. But I still think that if you're consistent with it, especially because you're still growing, you definitely have got a shot at it, a very good shot as a matter of fact.
I'm a budding baby boy.
Yeah, baby, fuck yeah, that's so exciting. Best case scenario is Liars Club takes off, which I don't foresee happening within the next, month. But if Liars Club does take off, then that's going to be a big bump in viewership for both of us, I would hope. We'll see how that goes.
I've talked about it before, but I think I can say it on a recording. If Liars Club picks up to a point where I feel comfortable not streaming anymore, I'm just not going to fucking stream anymore.
Why is that?
I'm going to pick up on editing and just do Liars Club.
Editing is not as exciting. If you stop streaming, I guarantee you will begin to miss streaming. I promise you that.
I'll do it on occasion. I'm just not going to do it on a schedule. I'll just be like, maybe I'll do it like every other weekend or something, just to be able to sit down and be like, hey, yeah, we're going to play this game for 6 hours and then I'll see you in 2 weeks. Fuck it, whatever.
I like live streaming. It makes me happy.
It makes me happy. It validates my feelings as a gamer.
Yeah. Well, not really, because typically when I stream, I just suck ass at every single video game that I touch. It's like Midas's touch, except for instead of gold, it turns into Dookie.
Midas's butt.
I was pretty good, Bucko.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Did you see the drawing I made of you?
Yeah, you see the drawing I made of you?
Yeah. We put them up on Twitter. Go check it out. Liars Club, Liars Club fan account. Fan.
And then people took those designs and made some funny pieces with it.
Yeah, they did. That made me happy. In any form, fan art makes me happy, but seeing Liars Club fan art in particular makes me very, very happy. I don't know why.
Yeah. Somebody asked us, like, when are we going to play Danganronpa if we do on the channel? We're never going to play Danganronpa.
Oh, yeah, we're never, ever, ever going to play Danganronpa on the channel, because you know why? That game sucks, that's why. That game sucks.
That game sucks ass. You can find a whole bunch of VODs on Chase's VOD channel of him playing Danganronpa.
Yeah, that's all said and done. We did our fucking time, We'll do something else. If we play a fucking visual novel game, graphic novel, visual novel. If we play a visual novel game, it's not going to be Danganronpa. It's going to be something good, like I can't think of any other visual novels. At least I can't think of any that are
Nekopara
good.
Volume 1.
Yeah, we'll do the Sakura Spirit series.
Yeah, it will be hot.
We'll jack off the entire time, masturbate our penises to the
play
sexual,
Honey Pop or whatever the fuck.
We'll play Honey Pop, play Homie Pop. That'll be fun.
I'm not playing Homie Pop.
You better.
No.
You better play Homie Pop and come.
No,
dude.
No. Remember who made you come. Can we? I want to talk about some like we're gonna get back to Pokemon. We're gonna maybe get back into Yoshi's Story. We might let that one breathe a little bit. You want to get back into Isaac?
We've only got one more playthrough of Yoshi's Story because after that we've finished all the levels.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to talk about the new game that we're loading up that I get to play, or do you want to keep that a fun surprise for later in the week?
I don't even remember what it is, so let's keep that one a secret. Because
you fuck.
If we just tell everybody, then the viewership won't be as high. Maybe
I don't know. It's something I will say. It's something that a few people have asked for, and I'm just like, you know what? I have that game. I'll take over and I'll play that one.
Give a hint.
Let's see. How do I give a hint? Johnny Knoxville. Anyway.
Yeah,
Jackass plays.
Is that okay? I was gonna say, is that Jackass or King of the Hill? I forget. I get those two mixed up sometimes.
It's Jackass. I think they hire the same dude who did the King of the Hill theme to do the Jackass theme, or like vice versa, because Jackass came out first.
You ever heard the full King of the Hill song?
No. Is there a full version?
Yeah, it's a really good song. It's called like Soup's On or something.
Huh. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Did you hear that they're like I think they're rebooting King of the Hill?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if this is true or not. They're going back and forth between like a time skip or just picking up where they left off.
That's interesting. Is it still going to be Mike Judge at the helm?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, neat. Well, hey, King of the Hill is a great show, so I'm happy to see it. We're going to be living in a post-COVID, post-Trump King of the Hill world. Which is crazy. It's like, have you heard of fucking Antifa? That's scary to me.
Bobby, don't you be going on that Reddit forum looking at Antifa posts.
I'm red pill, Dad.
I'm sorry, Dad. I just want to go to one rally.
Sorry, Dad. You're a coomer. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're a soy boy cuck, Dad.
What the hell's a soy boy cuck?
Peggy, our boy ain't right. He's calling me words like cuck.
All right. What's his name? King? What's his name? Fucking
Hank.
All right, Hank. Well, don't call me Peggy for nothing. Now bend over.
Hank, I don't know if you know this, but the JFK assassination was planned by the government.
That's not a 2021 fucking Eisenhower.
No, but like that's like a fucking resurgence thing that everyone's like bring it. Every other year, like everyone's like the JFK assassination was planned by the U.S. government.
Well, dang old cryptocurrency. I'm fucking going into that. So we're gonna get a crypto Dogecoin. Bark.
I spent all my money. I'm doing Forrest Gump. I'm not doing Bill. Lieutenant Dan, crypto.
Lieutenant Dan, what the hell is cryptocurrency?
That book is racist.
Forrest Gump?
Yes, the first two paragraphs is super racist. It's so fucking like mind-boggling.
Hang on, I'm looking this up.
Yeah, look it up. While I talk about the bit from Imperium I wanted to talk about, which is him going over to the white supremacist barbecue and the woman coming into the kitchen with the cookies with fucking frosted swastikas on them.
Oh, frostikas.
You literally heard me scream.
That was fucking great.
I felt like I got fucking punched in the stomach. It was so funny. Just some fucking suburban white mom coming out with cookies, and she's like, "You want a bite?" And it's just a fucking. You want a swastika? Like no.
It's. I mean, the whole point is like, hey, even moms can be racist. Even MILFs can be racist. Go. If all the racist MILFs at the MILF Depot get, I think, thrown out in the trash the next day. Which is a shame. They could be rehabilitating them, but re-educating. Don't worry, sweetie. I've been re-educated. That's what Neo SJW MILF says. This is stupid. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is I think this is just a string of words, a string of buzzwords, you might even say.
Chase is having a fucking neural synapse disconnect. Nothing. No electricity is being sent between fucking the brain right now.
Bro, what if a solar flare turned off the electricity in our brains and we all died?
You watched that show too?
What?
There was a show where a big solar flare happened and it wasn't half of the population. Some of the population died because it overloaded their brain, and then everything that ran through electricity in the world just stopped working.
I hope I stop working when that happens.
Dang it, Bobby! The solar flare. Solar flare.
Dang it, Bobby!
I lawnmower.
Killed my llama and my boy. That boy ain't right. He's dead.
That boy ain't right. The solar flare got him. I am gonna summon a spirit bomb to kill Frieza. What? Have you not seen that picture of Hank Hill and he's looking up at Goku holding the spirit bomb? He's like, God damn it! That Goku's at it again. Bobby, get my ladder. He's gonna climb up and punch Goku in the face.
Yeah, there's that Goku kid again, charging a spirit bomb. Dale, you got my ladder. I'm gonna go up there and give him a piece of my mind.
There you go.
Hang on. Mike Judge does his voice, right?
Yeah.
I want to see if Mike Judge is on fucking Cameo right now.
Can we get Mike Judge on Liars4Hire, you think?
Do you know him?
No, but what is he doing right now, really?
Apparently he's making King of the Hill 2.
Not
King of the Second Hill
2.
King of the Mountain.
I wonder how a time skipped King of the Hill would look like, because Luann's married to Lucky and they have their daughter. I think Bobby and Connie broke up and Dale became aware of the affair between John Redcorn and his wife Nancy.
I think he always knew, didn't he? Isn't that the whole bit? Is that oh, I always knew, or some shit like that?
I think he does, and he doesn't care because he just wants to be a good dad. He's because I don't think he was able to have kids, and then Nancy went to John Redcorn for some fertility massage, and then got knocked up by John Redcorn.
Actually, I think John Redcorn is over playing PS3 with Nancy right now. Which seems odd, because the PS3 has no games. Thanks 4chan for that one.
these fucking old ass jokes showing our age. I say as we are in our early 20s.
Fuck. I just thought of in my brain. Fucking Takeshi 69 just flashed for a brief.
Why?
Second. I don't know. It made me angry though. Fucking hate that kid.
That dude.
If any of our listeners are listening from prison, and it just so happens that the prison is the one, never mind.
He's not in prison anymore. He got out.
Oh, what? Why not?
He's a snitch.
Didn't he? Oh, what a fucking bastard.
He's a snitch. They let him out. He cut a deal. He snitched. They arrested some other fucking people, and now he's back, rarely posting on Instagram and shit, but like he's out.
Got pretty loose lips for a rapper.
Well,
what a shame.
Talk to the guy that made Como. I mean,
I will. I'll talk to the guy who made Como right now.
Talk to the guy who made Como. Get him on the podcast.
Who could feasibly? Who could we
talked about this? Yeah. I don't think we talk about it every episode, but like we have an idea of like who we want for like first guests at this point. Mm-hmm. And I think I've asked like, hey, comment who you think would be cool guests that would be feasibly within our realm of possibilities that you would like to have us do a sit down conversation with, because.
I mean,
Well, like the format right now is when like me and you talk. It's just like we'll keep it to an hour, because if we uncap the time limit, this will be a 6-hour fucking podcast, and we're not going to make Robbie edit 6 hours of audio. But with a guest, so it's like maybe we'll do like 2 hours, so that way we can all get like a piece of pie.
I would love a piece of the pie. I want some pie. You know what? When I get dinner, I'm gonna order some apple pie as well. Because you know what? Fuck it. I deserve it. I'm worth it.
I'm Buzz Lightyear, and I come in pies.
Why does he do that?
I don't know, dude. I think we have an idea who we want and who wants to be on to hang out and talk with us.
Yeah. It's probably your second guess.
It's probably your first guess.
For some of you, I mean, it depends. We're not going grandiose on our first get. I think we're not gonna fucking. Oh, well, I mean, our second get, because Aaron, we kind of wanted this to be special, but I think Aaron had a different idea, regrettably. But
Aaron has crossed his arms and is looking at us angrily and shaking his head.
He just spat up a little bit of the Jolly Ranchers that we fucking gave him, by the way.
Not the whole bowl, but whatever.
Yeah, we said, take one if you like. We didn't say take it. One doesn't mean the whole fucking bowl, Aaron. Anyway, it's somebody a little bit more close to home, a little bit more predictable, which I'm excited about.
Please welcome Bam Margera. Whoa, yeah.
Hey, butt nuggets.
Butt nuggets.
Realistically, what's like the skater guy that would be the easiest to get on the podcast for us?
I'm assuming you're pointing fingers at me.
Yes, sir.
Probably like Justin Eldridge, just because of family relations.
That makes sense. That does make sense. For those who don't know, Jackson, tell him, Jackson.
Family growing up, older brother is really involved with like skating and extreme sports, X Games, stuff like that. So
on X Games
mode. I don't know what version of Thrasher it is. There's a picture of my brothers and me and whatnot, just like at a Woodward camp, posing up with Tony Hawk.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know that at all. You're on a cover of Thrasher?
Not a cover. It's like an article written about like one of the Woodward camps that we went to, and it was just forever. It was when my dad owned the company Infamous Inc., and it got like bought out and put into Element. So like some of the Element designs that were more I would say like punk or metal oriented were around the time when my dad's company got bought out by Element.
Neat.
So shit like that. And then because they got bought out by Element, there was a brief period of time where Bam Margera, like I met Bam Margera, which was weird, at a young age.
Cool. Did he corrupt you? Is that why you're like this?
Yeah, that's why I'm like this. I still
that's
skate
awesome.
now, and I blame him.
That's I mean, skating is cool. You can't even land a freaking kickflip to save your goddamn life, though. So,
Me?
Yeah, just saying.
Just because I haven't recorded it and sent it to you doesn't mean I don't do them.
I want to see your fucking kickflip. I want to see your kickflip so bad. Makes me look stupid.
If I was able to skate here in the state of Arizona without putting my board to the pavement and then my wheels melting the instant they touch the ground, I would do it immediately. It's heating up. It's miserable here. I want to move so bad.
Well, that's why we're gonna move to Washington at some point.
We'll do the fundraiser at some point. Be like, get the Liars4Hire in Seattle so they can beat the shit out of Robbie.
That's the only reason we would want to move to Seattle, is to attack Robbie directly. We want to directly attack his life points.
How else do you take out a whole like hive mind? You got to kill the brain.
Exactly. He is the center of all of our problems, and so we are going to kill him. This is the point in the podcast where we're usually editing, and he pauses and he like makes a joke like, "As your editor."
Your editor.
That's what you sound like, Robbie. Yeah, as your editor.
No, you don't sound like that. I was doing
the quadratic formula. I'm Robbie.
Robbie's not a math dude.
I know. I'm just painting him as like a Poindexter.
I'm just painting him as a fucking loser because I'm such a good friend.
Painting him nipples on his fucking shirt.
It's a shame Robbie doesn't have any nipples.
Yeah, that's why we're painting the nipples on his shirt, to help him out. You know, give a little. You know, who says we don't pay our editors? We paid Robbie by painting nipples on his shirt, so he feels like he's got nipples.
He just what he wanted.
Finally, after all this time.
You know what'd be a fun get now that I'm thinking of guests?
What's that?
Our editors.
Why?
Just to force them to be on here and have them deal with our bullshit. Have Robbie be on. Here's the thing: if Robbie's on here with us, and then we get Nifty, it would most likely be the three of us saying heinous shit, and Nifty going, "Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, no! Don't say that! Oh my god!"
That's almost certainly true. Yeah, no. I wonder like how Robbie would take. Well, now you got it in his head because he's listening to this right now. We're probably behind him, you know, in Freak Chat listening to him, and you know, he's gonna be like, yeah, so why can't I be on? Or he's gonna be like, no, don't worry about it. But either way, you've got the idea in his head now, that his stinky little head.
This is the part where he pauses and he's like, you didn't put the idea in my head. You didn't do that. We're just fucking. We have like 8 minutes left of this, and we're just fucking with Robbie.
I have ordered food. You
got spaghetti, didn't you?
I didn't get fucking spaghetti. No, I got McDonald's.
Well, that's fine. Oh, yeah. I want McDonald's, dude.
Yeah, it's bad for you.
It is bad for you, but I got a gym membership. Ow. Fuck, I hit my knee. Ow. I got a gym membership lately.
It's because your legs are so strong from all the gym work that you've been doing. You didn't realize your own strength, that you wanted to lift your leg and your knee went flying into your fucking into your table like a jujitsu master.
I did crack the bottom of my desk by hitting it with my knee. But yeah, I've been eating better. Yeah, I'm too strong now. I've been eating better and working out. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, McDonald's sounds good. It's only 1 a.m. McDonald's is open right now. It is a Sunday.
You could fucking get nasty with it, dude. You could go out and you could eat some McDonald's and you could feel sick in the morning. You can make that decision for yourself. 100%.
But like after midnight, they stopped serving the new chicken sandwiches. So like, what's the point?
I don't even know that new chicken sandwich. I was unaware that was a thing, that they had new chicken sandwiches. In
America, in American McDonald's, they started. In America, some people want small Mommy Gio. So no, American McDonald's started doing chicken sandwiches to copy like Chick-fil-A and Popeyes and shit. Not sponsored, by the way.
That makes sense. We set a brand. Nobody's gonna think we're fucking sponsored.
McDonald's, buy us out.
Hit us up. Anyway,
us up.
We both think 9/11 was funny, so hit us up.
I don't think it was funny, but it's been long enough to make jokes about it.
I don't think 9/11 was funny, but
I don't think 9/11 was funny. But Jimmy Kimmel, or whatever the fuck his name is, did have George W. Bush on his show recently, and did not make a single 9/11 joke, which is a missed opportunity.
Why didn't he? That's just bad comedianship, dude.
It's pandering. It's fucking bullshit pandering.
Shaking my head. I don't give a shit, dude.
Shaking my ass for the liberals.
Fuck. The thing that's so difficult about rambling a stream of consciousness for a podcast is that there are so many things that I want to talk about that I just fucking forget about. There was something...
This is why I think we should write down talking points and or go back to the format of let's answer questions and then ramble after.
Let's do a question. Let's do a question and answer one every 5th episode.
Every 5th episode? All right.
Yeah, we'll start on 5. We'll do it on 5 and then again on 10 and then 15, 20, etc.
Yeah. You know what? I'll make after this, I'll make a email. I'll make an email where people can submit like real ass questions and
Dear brothers.
Format. Dear Braskley brothers.
Dear two brothers. I want to bust load inside of Cortana.
In her blue holographic snatch. Oh, he does the voices too well.
Oh yeah, Fox. Do you want to get the McElroys on the podcast?
We could.
We couldn't. Yeah, we
yes,
could.
we could.
Oh, we think 9/11.
You are verified on Twitch. They stream on Twitch. You could feasibly message. You could feasibly message one of them and be like, "Hey, we do a silly little podcast where we just kind of go off the rails and talk about whatever we want. Do you want to kick back with us and talk with us?"
I feel like at this point they would be. I don't know. They would probably be on their guard enough to listen to an episode in advance, and I think that would be bad for us if they did that. I think that would tip them off that we're not somebody that you want to be hanging out with.
Oh man, that sucks. Anyway, Travis, you want to play Among Us?
Fuck.
That was an entertaining stream, I will say.
Yeah, it was. Oh, you don't want to burn that bridge. You don't want to burn that bridge so bad it makes you look
I
dumb.
will burn that bridge. Dude.
Punch up, why don't you? But punch up, why don't you?
I am punching up.
Spineless.
I'm hanging out with you. I'm punching up right now. You fucking bitch.
Either way, hey. This has been Liars for Hire, everybody. We've been at it. We've been at it for 56 minutes now, and I think I don't know. This is the point where people typically start wrapping up in a podcast, and also my food is no longer being made. It is in transit. It is being delivered to my house as we speak, which is exciting. So I want to wrap up before that gets here. But hey, everybody, I want to say thank you so much for listening. We're gonna try to start distributing the podcast on non-YouTube platforms pretty soon, which is an exciting and scary thought. But I've got people who know how to do that. We have a lot of friends who know how to do that, and so hopefully we'll get a dedicated web page for it soon enough.
That's my job. I gotta upload the podcast.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out. I wonder what kind of I don't want sponsorship deals. I want to say sponsorship deals. What kind of sponsorship deals are we looking at some point in the future? How would we go about getting those? Adam and Eve? Okay, we'll hit up Adam and Eve. We'll hit up fucking Bad Dragon. I wonder how hard it would be to get a Bad Dragon sponsorship. I wonder. I really wonder.
You know what? Fuck it. After this, send them an email and say, hey, we're a small growing channel. It would be interesting if you want to sponsor us. Like, even like not even like send us merch or anything like that, unless you want to take that.
I think it'd be cool to be like, hey, we're wondering if we could get a sponsorship. You don't have to send us physical. You know what? I won't even talk. This is a good idea. I'm gonna keep this in my back pocket. But hey, everybody, thanks so much for listening. I'm Chase, and this is Jackson, and we're both awesome.
For hire.
Aaron, oh my God, he's pulling on my leg. What do you want? What?
He took his pants off. He pissed himself.
God. Okay, yeah, well. We're gonna go have to deal with that now. But everybody, thank you for listening, and stay fresh out there, buckaroo.
Nice, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. That was only for Jackson. Nobody else stay fresh.
Yeah, thanks, babe. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye.